All right. Hey, everybody. This is Rosh, and you are watching FM9 Basics. This is a YouTube tutorial series that I'm putting together to help new and experienced users program all their Fractal products, including the FM3, the AxeFX 3, and the FM9. So a little about myself. Once again, my name is Rosh, and I build and program a lot of guitar rigs out here in the Los Angeles area. Some of my clients include Steve Vai, Melissa Etheridge, Def Leppard, A Perfect Circle, Bush, Papa Roach, and more. And I wanted to give back to the Fractal community and show some tips and tricks on how to program all their Fractal products. If you want to see the rest of these tutorials, you can see them on this YouTube channel, or you can go to AxeFXBasics.com, FM3Basics.com, and FM9Basics.com. So I'm really excited. I just got my hands on one of the new FM9 Mark II Turbos. So as you can see, this product just released from Fractal is awesome. It looks great. So let's talk about it. So again, this is the FM9 Mark II Turbo, and this is going to be the third iteration of the FM9. So we, of course, have the original FM9, and then we had the upgrade, which was the FM9 Turbo, which added more DSP. And then now we have the FM9 Mark II Turbo. And as you can see, it is now joining the lineup of the rest of the current products as of recording this video, which is February 2024, that it now has the larger Scribble Strips. So obviously the lighting in here is not super great. So I'm going to adjust the contrast throughout the video so you can kind of see that these Scribble Strips are really easy to see on stages. I'm going to take this out on a gig tonight, and you're going to see that, it's a pretty dark stage, and it's really easy to see all the Scribble Strips. I, of course, still have the plastic on here because I just pulled it out of the box, loaded my main presets on there, and you can do that. So, of course, you can always adjust any of the contrast of the Scribble Strips just by going in the setup menu right here, and you can go into the FC controller switches using the nav buttons. So we're going to go up to there, hit enter, and then you may be presented with this page, which is the easy button page. You can, of course, page right all the way until you get to the configuration tab. And then you can use the nav buttons to scroll down. And the parameter that you're looking for is, of course, the mini display contrast right there. And you can, of course, do this in the editor as well, but I just wanted to show in real time what it looks like if we do it on the front panel. So the mini display contrast, as you increase the mini display, you can see that the contrast is starting to get a little bit thicker with all the LED strips. So you can see here in this 69 bass guy or 59 bass guy, we can, of course, reduce the contrast, and you can see that it's a little harder to see. And then you can, of course, adjust it. 50% seems to be pretty good for me. And again, the camera is not doing this justice. Of course, I will adjust also the brightness of the camera, as you can see, just so we can see what it really looks like. I'm going to just try to adjust that there. And of course, I'm going to take this out on a stage tonight so you can see that. So again, the contrast is really, really great. Parameter right here that you can adjust if you need these darker or brighter. There's, of course, other ways to get the lights to be more intense and everything like that, but we're not going to cover that in this particular video. We're just going to cover the mini LED mini display strips right there. So we're going to hit home and go back to there, and of course you can see that all the LED strips are nice and big, easy to see. They're almost twice the size of the original FM9 and FM9 Turbo strips. So now the FM9 joins the rest of the Fractal family with the larger Scribble Strips. So the FM3 Turbo has this, as well as the FC6 and the FC12 Mark II. So outside of that, let's talk about some of the, that is the main difference between the FM9 Mark II Turbo and the FM9 Turbo. So again, the DSP is going to be the same. It has all the great same tones, the great same processing power, of course, as the FM9 Turbo. It, of course, has more processing power than the original FM9, but again, with the larger Scribble Strips. And of course, the great thing is, as of recording this video, firmware 6.0 beta has been out for a little bit, and you get the gapless switching, you get some improvements on some of the amp blocks, as well as the reverbs and everything like that. You can, of course, read the release notes, but the gapless switching, again, is going to be the game changer for a lot of users, which, of course, makes this, of course, the leading floor processing board, floor modeler, whatever you want to call it, out there. It has the gapless switching, it has the new LED strips and everything like that. And of course, all the same great effects and processing power of all the Fractal products. So, and of course, all your presets that you built on previous units, such as the FM3 or the AxeFX 3 or the other FM9s, can of course work on this. The presets are cross-compatible between all three of the current generation Fractal units, the AxeFX 3, the FM3, and the FM9. So you can, of course, share presets across the board with those, with some limitations depending if you're using multiple amp blocks or there may be multiple instances of other blocks that don't exist in this. So, one thing that comes to mind, of course, is the FM9 only has one pitch block as opposed to two, like the AxeFX 3. So, but again, you can make some tweaks and adjustments on presets, and then they will load onto this. So what we're going to do is, of course, I'm going to take this out on a gig tonight, really dark stage. Right here, I still have the plastic on here. It just gives it that new car kind of feel, that new car kind of thing. I'm going to use it tonight. I've already loaded my main preset onto there, which I've covered in some other previous videos. But again, I'm super excited to, be a part of this, bring this out on stage, get to break it in maiden voyage tonight with the FM9 Mark II Turbo. So without further ado, we're going to transition to this video to the stage, as I'm getting set up for sound check over here in the Los Angeles area. Other than that, before we get to that, if you need any help, any consultations, any one-on-one help, I do program all the Fractal units remotely and would be glad and happy to help you out. If you need any help programming any Fractal product, please feel free to contact me directly, and we can set up a one-on-one session, whether in person or via Zoom. So other than that, let's get to the stage, and I will see you guys then. Thanks.
All right, check 1, 2, 3, 4. So here we are. We're just wrapping sound check. It's pretty loud in here, so but yeah. So here is the FM9 in the wild, the FM9 Mark II Turbo in the wild. So as you can see, even from way back here on a very dimly lit stage, you can definitely see all the LED strips right there. I'll adjust the contrast and the lighting a little bit. Obviously with the glare, it's not going to look as great, but these are you can see in my main preset, I got a clean, crunch, and then 2 different type of rhythm sounds and a lead sound, and of course, access to some of the effects that I need. So, fits on really tight stages, so there's a pretty small stage. Drum kit's like literally right behind me, but sounds really great. And of course, what I'm doing is I'm using the Ernie Ball instrument and headphone cable. So I'm using in-ears. I'm going out of the headphone jack and also simultaneously into the instrument jack. And of course, I'm sending front of house out of output 2. And then output 1 is going to control my in-ear volume, and then output 2 is controlling what's going to front of house. Output 3 is not doing anything. And again, if you notice any glare in here, I'll adjust the contrast a little bit, and you can see that really easy to see all my effects that I need, tap tempo, all that kind of stuff. Super easy to see in the bright. But again, just because of the contrast of my phone, that's what you're going to see. So anyways, this is going to be the maiden voyage of the FM9 Mark II Turbo. I'm super happy with how it sounds. Obviously, sounds great like all the other Fractal products. But so we're going to wrap this gig up, and I'll see you guys next time. So if you guys need any one-on-one help, any help programming any of your Fractal products, you can always contact me directly or leave a comment below if you want any other videos made on any topics. All right, so I'll see you guys next time. Thanks.
I'm falling with you. I'm staying.